Hi guys, I'm Andy Myers from AM Fitness and this is FSM RX'D.
Good. Hey guys, we're back here for FSM RX. I'm Stephen Kinsa and I'm back with Andy from AM Fitness, and we kind of finished up the last show when we started talking. Andy was talking about he do seminars and workshops. You don't necessarily do like certifications because, again, what is a certification? And I'd be a kind of firm believer on that. Like, I like to go to workshop seminar, and I like having like I get certs when I do certification programs. I'm just gonna actually get you to stand slightly closer. I think he's gone out of shot. If he went out of shot, he doesn't like anything. But yeah, like this whole thing about how having 101 certifications to stamp yourself as the top dog in the field, when, as you said, it's more about experience.
I think it's a balance of both. I think it's fair to say it's completely individual to me. I'm not. I would never strong first certs, level 1 CrossFits, the whole shebangs. Yeah, why not? Absolutely. It's just the path I chose. It's just like the people who were teaching what I needed to know weren't offering certifications. So Ido would say himself, you need to spend years and years and years to earn the right to be called one of his right hand men or whatever like that. It's just the way it went for me. It's much more important for me to go and learn from one of the world's best handstand coaches, and then go to Ido and go to Tom Wexler and be good friends with Emmett Louie and just take on that experience and learn things yourself as well. Jesus, it's just, I'm just huge on principles, and I think if you get the principle of what you're doing, you can go and experiment and change the methods and learn and try and fail and play and all that sort of stuff. Just following a hard and fast rule of I've done I have a certification, it's stamped, okay, great. Have you got experience in it? Have you got the ability to think outside the box, take what you've learned from that, etc. So I don't think it's damn sure not a bad thing to have all certifications, but I just don't think it defines me. And that was a very conscious choice I made, or conscious choices for me just happen. I just go with my gut on things. And I could turn around and do a certification tomorrow, and it's
like I suppose it's kind of like if you're, like as you said, dogma law. Like if you become CrossFit level 1, or you do MoveNat, and it's like, well, I'm just MoveNat, and this is it, and it's the only way. And I think that's a very kind of young take. Like young trainers tend to do that, and they fall into that bracket of once they become, like, even if it's OPEX or CrossFit, it doesn't matter what cert you follow or guy you follow. It's like their law, and that's the only way we should train. And then the evolution of a trainer, because I know I was kind of like that a little bit. And then when I first started, I think the evolution of a trainer and someone that wants to evolve will go from that to actually it's not the only way. And then you branch off into, well, this guy makes a lot of good points about this, and this girl, and this, and this, and this, and then it comes around where you start developing your own kind of principle of, right, this is what I like, and I like this guy, and this guy has merit, and I'm certified by him, but I don't live my life encoded by him. And I think it's a really good way. I suppose I don't know for you, but for me, I find that most trainers will go through that cycle when they first start out. And they'll be like, oh yeah, you're the man, and that's it, and then there's no one else in the world, and then it's like, well, actually, that makes sense too.
It's a very important growth phase, I think, in that, you've obviously, well, again, it might be just individual personality, but you have someone, you're like, oh my god, I look up to this person so much, everything they teach is amazing. Then either something will happen, or else you just develop your own kind of, I need to challenge that, I don't need to agree with it, I need to absolutely challenge everything about that. I need to challenge everything about myself, break everything down and start building up your own philosophy. And I think that's kind of what you're getting at, is that some people go and do their certs and all that, but if you just stick with that and you're just this painted by numbers and one way place to have the prowler things and the whole shebang, just following everything by numbers, I don't know, I'd much rather champion the idea that you could just take everything you get and then discard what's not you and bring it up, because that's the only way evolve, like it's the only way to evolve. The industry will evolve.
I think the guys that you'd follow, so even if it was like the likes of Greg Glassman or Ido Portal or James Fitzgerald, or any and you could pick like the guys from Juggernaut and Brandon Lilly and Louis Simmons. You could pick anyone.
Yeah.
I'm sure they love the challenge of, well, what about this?
Yeah.
And what about that?
Of course.
Like when we were at Juggernaut, people were saying, well, what about West Side Method? And Brandon Lilly was like, well, I did it.
Yeah.
I've gotten stronger not doing it.
Yeah.
Not saying it doesn't work. It clearly works. It gets the best lifters in the world. But my body responds better to this.
Yeah, perfect.
That's why I do this.
Yeah.
And then Chad Wesley Smith was saying, well, I'm all about science.
Mm-hmm.
It's in numbers. That's how you train.
Yeah.
And Brandon's all about feel.
Yeah.
Two of them top lifters.
Yeah.
But completely different. And they're doing a seminar together.
Nobody's going to argue with him.
Yeah, well, that's monster beside you. But yeah, I think that if you are kind of a tunnel vision, and it's a life cycle of a trainer. Like we were like kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger. All I was, and anyway, like kind of bodybuilding, all of that, and then it was CrossFit, and then functional training, and then it was Olympic lifting and powerlifting, and then it's kind of well, everything works.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot of coaches, and even doing this show, like I've gotten insights from yourself and insights from other coaches and how they program and train, and it's just right. Yeah, well that works, and what we do works. No, it's two different formulas, but your job is to get people healthy, move more, feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
My job is to get people healthy, move more, and feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
It's the same principle, just it might be a different path.
Of course.
And what my members do, one of them might come to me and go, hey, I want to try this movement. I want to start doing more handstands and more bodyweight stuff, and I want to create flow, and I want to do this. I'm not going to be, oh, well, I'll tell you what, I'll teach you everything, don't worry about it. I'll go, hey, if you can get it out to AM Fitness.
Yeah.
And you'd be the top man to go to, because that's where you specialise.
And that's the great thing about the industry, is that you do have the likes of Alan Sherry doing the heart rate variability in his style of training.
Yeah.
Steve Wyman does his thing, Dara does, you do. That's great for Ireland. It's fantastic. Like,
and it's if you try to be that person that's, well, this is it and it's the only way, and I'm not gonna let my clients know about anything else. Then you're literally gonna close your doors eventually, because you need to be open, and your clients will move and they will want to, like we've got guys that start CrossFit or start boot camp, now they want to do Olympic lifting, some want to do powerlifting, some we've had 2 clients in the last kind of couple of months go, I want to just train aesthetically, I want to bench, I want to do arms, I want to do this. And I was like, right, well we cater to this, but like you're limited, and we have to have a chat about your program and when you can attend the gym and all that stuff. And because I don't mind, because I get it.
Yeah.
We've got members in here who just really want to get bigger arms, look good naked, and go out and get girls on the weekend.
First step for most people.
That's fine. Like I've absolutely no, like that's if that's your gig. If you want to, but I think then the evolution of that will grow and stuff like that. But yeah, I think like the life cycle of a trainer, certifications, and it's because I suppose at the end of the day for you it was a passion. Like when you, Rob Miller, no, who was the guy from England?
Tony Riddle.
Close enough. Jesus, Rob Miller.
Sorry, Tony.
Wow. Sorry, Tony. I feel quite shitty now. But Rob, you're cool as well, whoever you are. But yeah, when, as you said, when we did that seminar, it was kind of like the light bulb moment. It was like, this is what I want to do. And that's brilliant. But because you decided to invest in, I'm going to see what these guys are about. And the complete, I don't know if you went in going, this is me. I'm going to change everything. It was like, we spent, what was it, 2-day seminar or something?
It was a 2-day workshop. I was very green as a trainer. I was only qualified 6 months, maybe a year. I was doing strength and conditioning out of a kickboxing club and you know, all those things. Again, back in kind of the ignorance as to what strength and conditioning is, which is a complete science. It just came up. I couldn't help somebody in the gym at the time. They're like, my shoulder's sore, and I was like, and one of the other lads came along and he goes, oh, grab this kettlebell, hold this, do that, blah, blah. How does that feel? That's better. I was like, how do you know that? You're a qualified personal trainer, I'm a qualified personal trainer. Oh, I did mine here, you did yours there. I did this workshop, did you? No. And that was literally okay, ego smash, let's go.
But that's, and you mentioned that a little bit earlier, but failing and ego smash, failing is huge. I think as a trainer, like you have to fail repeatedly. Just once, it obviously it doesn't hurt the client, but a failure, like failing your way to success, the only way you're going to learn is by, like when you did your first handstand, you got better. I'm sure there was a few tumbles.
A few years.
when I was like learning handstands and stuff like that, there was a lot of kind of falling over and not getting it right, and confidence getting against the wall, or even trying to do a freehanding handstand and stuff. And same with Olympic lifting and any sport, the failure, and it's a failure as a coach to try something and not know something, and kind of get caught out, as you said, like your man just knew straight away, do this, and like alright, and that kind of gets your interest. And you've got like personal trainers that are going to be good, and personal trainers that I'm not going to say are going to be bad, but just have less experience. But if you're not interested in learning more, then I suppose that's where you're going to falter. If you're
I think we were a remarkably honest model and honest process in that we're choosing movement, because it covers a whole spectrum of things. Like it's nearly 3 years, 2.5 years in turn and it's just, that's it. It's just fail, learn this, learn that, learn that. Go to a dance workshop, go to a stretch workshop. That like we like CrossFit is relatively linear in comparison to what we could say movement is. It's just that, so you have to be ego free, or you go for the right reasons and just go and just learn everything you can, and open minded but not so open that things fall out, and that. So I know it's my business, but we're a group of people, and I appreciate the way we do things. I do think it is very honest, and it's just a willingness to fail and not protect the dogma, and not just be, this is the way. That could change in a week, could change tomorrow, could say something here, could change on the drive home as oh, we're not doing that anymore, because so
well, that's it. Like, and I've taught programs, and I've taught the way I teach clients, and the way when we first opened FSM to the way we teach now has changed, and my approach to clients and how I deal with them has changed. So talking about clients and just in general population, when guys come into you, what's for you and like when people come into FSM, we have kind of we have a movement standard that we want to see, and if you can't see it, then we want to know why it's not working, and we try and assess that and give the appropriate programming around that. For yourself with your clients, because obviously people coming in, what you would do, like the fact that moving the human body for a lot of people is rough work, like it's very, very hard work. So when guys come into you, what would be kind of your expectations? What would you like to see, and then kind of what's the kind of norm then?
When someone comes in originally, we have, hello, how are you, what's your name, I try to extract as much of their personality as I can as soon as possible, and try to get that. I'm getting quite good at that. We're bringing them over to the whiteboard and say, this is our program and this is our programming philosophy. There are days that are linear, lower based. There's a dedicated mobility based day, which is a bit softer and slower. There's upper body gymnastic day, there's lower body mobility day, and there's an overall body weight day, and all the tweaks and all that stuff that come in between. And like instantly I'm saying, you're gonna have choices. You're gonna be the person who wants to drop fat, lose weight, blah blah blah. Oh, that's grand, we have that. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, big bang for book days. It's gonna fit into your philosophy. It's not asking too much of your life schedule. But let's have a quick look how you move, and let's say, well, actually you should come to this mobility class and this and maybe that. And instantly you're teaching the client to take responsibility and start to think for themselves. Movement wise, you get in, overhead squat, cold, doesn't really matter. See where it is, and we get to tell the story of ankles, hips, thoracic spine, shoulders. And the first class is generally that, how much do we have to have a look at that and just educate the person on, you need this and here's how and here's proof. So we'll say, we think it's this, try that, 2 minutes, whether it be rolling under the lats or stretching or whatever it may be, thoracic extension, do that. We have a test retest. Is there proof that worked? Okay, we know that that's going to work.
So you're visibly showing your client this can be addressed
thing as well. Like we know what we're doing, or we'll always just we say to him, we're going to speculate. You need to speculate. If I do this, and that process just will kind of get better and better and better until people are back bending and rotating and all that sort of stuff. If it's the first class and that's quite busy there for them, we'll just have a look at a press up, and if the core needs a bit of integrity around pelvis, we'll just teach a hollow position or just control of the pelvis, see what the press up looks like. That's not a bad first class. Like here's not just squat, it's your mobility, it's your ability to press and control your integrity. So if you can control this, you can do a lot of things. And after that then they come to us with the choices they're making. So if they want to get strong, if they want to, and you could argue what strong is being able to move. But that's just it, that's our introduction class, and from there it's a very personality based process. Like you come in, you're Stephen, I know how to speak to you in your tone, she comes in, she's Adele, and it's like, how was your day?
Well that's big for a trainer, to be able to distinguish, like, as we got guys and like I can kick them in the ass, I can get your fucking ass moving. Don't give me this shit. I don't care. And you've got clients where if you spoke like that, you'd lose the client. That's a kind of a nice juggling act when you have got a full class and you've got the well soft-spoken person that has to be kind of coaxed a little bit, and then you got the guy that you can literally just kick him in the arse and go, come on, you know, stop slacking, lad. And I love that. I love both types of client, and I suppose as trainers you have to kind of develop that. It's a huge aspect of being a good trainer. You can't, I suppose, again, like we said with the certifications, you can't be tunnel vision. You can't be the hardcore kick-ass master, because you're going to isolate a lot of population, because some people need to be treated a little bit different, because you don't know, I suppose, and it comes back to kind of how their day is, teaching mindfulness and understanding what their body is, what they've just gone through in their day. They could have had fight their husband or wife, kids are sick, and then they're not in the mood to train, but they get their ass there, and then you start shouting at them, and they're like, hold on, here's my notice. Like.
If it's a business built around people, then you really have to put up or shut up. If it's built around people, then you have to communicate. I was told back when I was actually off Coach Hollis back when we were playing basketball in 1996. It was communication is the single defining element of a team. If you consider your gym a team or a tribe, or just we could be a team, a team. If we don't communicate, and I don't know how your day is, everything falls apart. Relationships, family, the whole shebangs. Communication is number one. So it's eye contact, touch, well done, high five, how are you, how was your day, how was work, don't ask me about work, okay, sorry. All those things, that's like, you know, it's just so important. Like, it's the only way you're going to reach people is if you actually give a...
you actually care about what they're doing, and like there's days where I suppose yourself, and I know it's happened to me, and my clients would gladly speak out loud about me being grumpy in class, but there's days where we had bad days, and then we're in there and we have to go and teach, and we're not really in the mood. It kind of, and clients can spot that, and then clients are asking you, and you kind of, it's a good kind of give and take, and it's nice. And I know there's meant to be a kind of like some people like there's a borderline, and you're a coach, and I said for what we do, you can't really.
I have a phrase that we are professionally informal. I think that kind of sums up our business approach. To how we are with people. Like, you know, you have that kind of like, yes, we're professional, but you might have a nickname and I want to know it, or like, you know. And also, it's actually interesting that you say that they, like, you know, your members can bring out the best of you when you have a bad day, which brings an interesting thing of the whole thing of people calling their clients students now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I've clients. I don't even use the CrossFit thing
members
with athletes. I don't go with that.
Well, I've no athletes in my place. But I think it's like, you know, I might be teaching you something, but I'll learn something from you. There's a student teacher in all of us, and to call someone strictly a student, I just think is a bit egotistical.
It's kind of.
But that's just a little grape. Sorry.
That's okay. So coming close to the end of the show. If there was something that you, well, for the average, for everyone in the world, what would be the basics that you'd expect? Because we can't expect it in this day and age, but what you'd like for people to be able to do on a daily basis? I know, like, should people be able to, like in a movement pattern, or squatting, or a healthy squatting, or anything like.
Be able to wake up pain-free. I think get out of bed. Everybody's like, oh, it's gonna take a minute to get out of bed. Everybody should be able to wake up pain-free. You should be able to move pain-free. You should be able to play with your kids, run from a dog. If a burglar comes in, you should be able to defend yourself. You know, just basic fundamental things.
Basics.
You should have control over your own body, and it goes quite deep into self-esteem and confidence. All that. You feel like you're a capable person. Goes really deep into your lizard brain, that you have, like, everything's in place. You know, at your social status, the whole shebangs, like, you know. So I think that there's so much to be said of movement, and the word itself is going to get thrown around a lot lately, but it comes back to some really deep rooted things. I think everybody should be pain free. And that's the physiotherapy side of things is evolving greatly into a movement based practice, and being complemented by everything else, of course. I think that's going to come a lot more into practice as well for most people over next while. Back to Tony Riddle, if you're going to go to one principle, if you return the human to nature, everything else sits better. So you get away from all the unnatural habits, unnatural foods, unnatural environments, EM waves. You go into everything. The closer we are to nature, the more centered we are. So you can call it nature, you can call it center. Everything we do knocks us off center. Everybody needs to be returned back to center. but that starts with a bit of awareness as well. So people need to know how far gone they are as well. And if you're in pain any given day, or lower back pain or knee pain, you need to understand that that's not necessarily right. You can live pain free. You know, that's our process. I mean, Anthony just got qualified in anatomy and motion. He did a 6-day intensive. And that's a movement-based therapy that's just amazing, absolutely amazing.
Oh, I think Jody from Ronan did that as well.
So,
I seen that thing. That's 6 days.
Yeah, it's amazing. So good.
Yeah.
Their principle, it'll lead us into daily practice. One of their principles is that joints act and muscles react.
Yeah.
I'm always telling this story day in day out, but if you look at something simple like this hinge joint, if this joint that has capacity to go to here and here only goes to here and here, this muscle will stay short and tight, and this muscle will stay long and tight. They never reach their full potential, be it power, be it movement, or being the muscles working fully, and it's going to have an effect down the chain. That's a simple hinge joint. If you take something as complex as the foot that wouldn't move properly, that's going to affect your knees, your hips, your back, your neck. So anatomy and motion is built off that principle, is that if the joints don't move properly, the body doesn't move. That's where injuries come in, so you need to return the joints moving properly. So a daily practice would be, Emmett Louie, a good friend of mine, he's on YouTube as well. We'll put it in the show notes. I think he has a video on it, but he may not. But if he doesn't, I'm sure he'll do one. It's a full body joint mobility routine. So just thinking in joints and not muscles. If your joints move well, your muscles will pretty much take care of themselves. So for us to say one thing for people, you could get your full body done in 15 minutes. The feeling from it is unbelievable. You could sit there and stretch all day. It's just not the same. If you just articulate your joints and create that sensory map of how to actually use your spine, use everything going over the ankles, so if anything goes wrong, you don't break. That would be numero uno. So for a standard, yes, pain free, and then being able to actually use your body. Cool. It sounds kind of broad, but
no, it's good. Here, everyone wants to be pain free. Guys, we're gonna wrap the show up. All in the links below, in the blog below, Andy's links to all Andy's Instagrams, his website. If you wanna kind of go out and chill out with this guy and learn a little bit more about how your body moves, he's definitely the guy to go to in Dublin, if not Ireland. Also, if Emma has that video, we'll put those links there. We'll put all the links if you want to get into moving more, be pain free, which again is an amazing goal to have. Definitely,
it's achievable.
Check out all the links below, and if you need more information, you can contact the guys direct. So Andy, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man.
Pleasure.
Cool. All right.
Nice one.
Cool. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the show, head over to our YouTube channel, click the subscribe button, and you can get all the latest information from FSM, RX'D, and our Q&A show, Coffee Topics. Follow us on Instagram, where you can find the daily goings on of all our members, coaches and athletes, and see what we're getting up to. And head over to Facebook, FSM Bray, give us a like and a share, leave a 5-star review, and you'll get all the latest information on our upcoming events and shows coming your way.